little bit of a random get together here, but I got my guy Josh here, and Josh Berman, you have been a pro wrestling fan for a little while now, for what seems like to be a little less under a year. But
Royal Rumble will be the year.
From what I understand, though, it seems like you have really immersed yourself into this kind of world that we are living in right now in the world of pro wrestling. So, first of all, just want to say thank you. But not only that, introduce yourself. Let's get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, man. Well, my name's Josh. I run an account called the Next Network. It's primarily football account, Ravens account, big football fan. That's what I've been my life. And to that point, I mean, really, what got me into wrestling is the fact that I'm a huge Pat McAfee fan.
Yeah.
And I, for years, talk about the WWE, and he did like this whole thing with Stephanie McMahon, like right before. And I was like, you know what? Best thing on tomorrow. Let's turn on, see what I like. I'll record my reaction. You did well. It took me 5 minutes to realize that this was not only something I liked, something that was kind of unbelievable, hadn't liked before. The very me thing. Just like, I love energy, I love the crowd. I love storytelling of it. I like sport. It's such a Josh Berman thing that it was long for me to get into. But man, I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's it's such a crazy thing to get into, because not only is professional wrestling just a sport that you can get into at any point, at any time. You can literally just turn it on one day and just get immersed into what is honestly happening. But I want to really kind of get into where you started, how you got started, and ultimately just what really drew you in the immediate moment that you've done it. So you say the Rumble, right? That's when you kind of started.
What was on. So
that was just your thing. So it was just kind of the atmosphere of it all, the crowd, everything about it that just drew you in? Or was it something that you kind of wanted to get into for a little bit more time, or just a random spur of the moment type deal?
In hindsight, I was kind of always like, ever since Wrestle 40.
Okay.
Through that time of the Rumble, there was that part of me, because I've never seen the WWE actually be relevant in sports culture for a while, really time. And then all of a sudden, that Cody and Rock story, really, I don't know if WWE, because something I've learned is WWE fans are in such that they don't even, there is no like non-wrestling fans isn't even a thing. I don't think WWE fans how big that story, because
oh yeah,
I had never watched it in my life. I had no interest in watching it. The way that other people were talking about it, it played to the point where I didn't watch WrestleMania. I didn't watch WrestleMania match. I was like, wow, that was cool. That was really cool. It's like, I might start watching this. And then I didn't. I just didn't I'd never followed up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a thing that was thinking about it. And all of a sudden, I was like, it's gone. And yeah, I was out immediately.
And the Rumble is such a great way to get things started as well, because you just get to see everybody. There are so many characters that are not only just a part of the Rumbles itself, but there are big matches that happen on that show, and it's one of the big four that are happening within the calendar year for WWE: Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. This is going to be just another, to me right now, with 2025 out of the rearview mirror, heading into 2026 is going to be a huge pivotal point for the WWE, only because of how some things in 2025 went down. And I understand, 2025, we saw the John Cena heel turn. You saw that and kind of immediately thought that was obvious going to be the case, from what I understand.
So funny to be looking back on it. and I recently made a video about it, where I think the fact that I was at that point. We talk about now. I'm about a year. At that point, I was about 3 to 4 weeks in. I had watched, like first 3 or 4 SmackDowns.
Okay.
That's it. I have since really done the deep dive, and I've learned a lot from the last few years. Watched an amount of YouTube videos. I think I watch Santi's have every day at me.
Shout out Santi. Yes, I love that guy.
all of that stuff is really learn a lot of it. But at that point, I wasn't really doing that much of it. A little bit, not really. I think the only thing that I had learned about was the bloodline, because I made a video and I was, what do I need to learn? And that was by far the most like suggested. That's the story about. At that point, even though it was kind of still even though it was wrapped up, it was still like very, very relevant. So
of course, yes.
Other than so now, I didn't really know. The logic was, all right, well, he's the top guy. Cody's the guy. In theory, it should be, if this is the main event, it should be good against bad guy. Well, why doesn't John Cena not even realizing that babyface versus babyface thing that they do. Like, that's not that rare.
Yeah.
I'm not raising any of that. And just go, that makes sense. And then I was like, called it. And then I look at my comments, and people are like, how did you know? This I was like, oh, it's a big deal. And seeing what happened is like, oh, wow. I even made the comparison of Drew McIntyre winning. Something that, in a similar way, I now understand was such a shock. I didn't see it coming.
Right. Yeah.
It's similar. Like, I think, stuff like that interesting to me. Where like if I think when you look at that storyline right now, and you go, man, a Cody heel turn makes so much sense. But it would still be so shocking because it's Cody Rhodes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So now I would get. Now I would be shocked to happen. I don't know if it will, but yeah, like all of that stuff. Now I understand. So it's this evolution that I'm undergoing, and I'm watching old stuff. I'm watching a lot of not that old, but like last few years matches, and just like I'm looking at like what are the consensus best match years, and I'm watching a lot of them. So
it's a good thing that many people in your comment section were talking about the bloodline, because honestly, the bloodline is where honestly everything started, especially for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, obviously, we all know, huge character, huge superstar, multi-time WrestleMania main eventer, everything from that point. But the bloodline was such a huge pivotal point during the pandemic era. Like, that's kind of where everything started, and then you transition to fans coming back and everything, and it blew up even bigger just because of the fan reaction. You don't know how much the fans truly mean to the business until they were just gone. And that's exactly what a lot of WWE superstars and the whole fan base realized once the fans were gone at that time. But I found it very interesting that you kind of saw the John Cena heel turn coming, because I honestly didn't. When I saw that thing happen, I was completely shocked, because at the end of the day, I just didn't think they would pull the trigger. I've been watching this business since 2009. Okay, that was basically at the peak of the John Cena, like, let's go Cena sucks, and Super Cena and everything like that. That was just like the peak of John Cena being the face of the WWE and the company at the time. So it's just a matter of thinking if they were going to pull the trigger or not.
Yeah.
I think it's personally one of the best heel turns of all time, right up there with the Hulk Hogan thing. Hulk Hogan at Bash at Beach. That's
like it's the stuff I now know about. I now know. I've watched so many documentaries and so many videos like the entire history of wrestling. So like all of the biggest moments of time, I now know about them all. Like we're now point. Like I'm really have spent an insane amount of that last 360 days.
That's great though, because
it's very.
It shows that you care about this business enough to go out there.
I got into football.
Yeah,
and something like that, which is I'm not 10 anymore. But the thing was, realized I liked it. Man, I learned everything there is to know about it. And fast forward about 3 years later, I'm a walking encyclopedia of NFL knowledge, and that's the way I've been for the last while. I am telling you now, give it another 2 years. I am know more about the WWE than like 1% of the population. It's gonna happen because I feel it going the exact same with football, where like I'm just consuming more and more and more and more content. And I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. In a couple of years, I am going to know everything there is to know about it. I feel it, and it's because I'm so entertained by it. It's very. I just didn't that coming, but enjoy it as much as I have, but I really have.
And that's a great thing to hear, man, because, you know, when it comes down to somebody like you that kind of just immerse themselves into it right away, just said, screw it, I'm going to go all in and just make something happen out of this and just see where things go. It's great. And we need more people, personally, just like you, who honestly just not only just go for it, but at the end of the day, just say your true, real, authentic opinions about whatever the heck is going on and just see where things go. I mean, I know like a lot of pro wrestling fans out there, and this is to some extent and to some fault of many people, including myself at times, where I'm a very opinionated type of guy, and I say what I want to say, and I'm ultimately going to say it. And if anybody disagrees or agrees, that's perfectly fine. But most people, when it comes down to even making content like this, they don't want to say what they want to say, ultimately because whoever is going to be watching this down the road may not agree. But at the end of the day, you just gotta say your opinions out there and just see where things go. You're very genuine about what you're seeing right now, especially in the early stages of WWE. And whatever happens, happens. It's a great thing to see. So we need a lot more people like you in this space, man. So I appreciate
it. Has been is seeing the way that the IWC operates.
Yes.
And it's different than football fans. They are just as opinionated, but in a completely different way, if that makes sense. Like it's tough to even describe. Like I'm trying to describe it now. I'm struggling to find the right words because it really is very, very unique in by the way, simultaneous but so unique wrestling fan, the way they think, the way they operate, and the way that they treat the product, the way they treat it, and the way that they because it was that way for such a long time, this like kayfabe world, which is something that you know, the more I learn about it, the I still don't really understand why. I don't think that the appeal in wrestling at all is thinking. I think of it in the exact same way that I think of any TV show in terms of the storylines. It's really interesting to me that people are so hesitant to think about it. It was probably just because it's the way they were brought up. If I had been watching since I was 5 years old or something like that, then I wouldn't feel that way. Maybe it's because I was 20-year-old doing it and not a little kid.
Right.
And there was no reason for a 20-year-old that product. This is real. Like none of that because it's more developed.
Yeah.
So maybe it could just be that aspect of timing.
That's a very fair assessment.
But it's interesting to me to see people so hesitant to accept that.
It's a very kind of touchy subject when you get into the whole real or quote unquote fake aspect of the business, because when it comes down to it, this is absolutely real in terms of the sense of those athletes going into the ring and doing all these crazy spots, doing all these crazy maneuvers that you wouldn't even think of actually trying to dream of yourself and actually try to do it. But then they put their bodies on the line. They do everything to entertain us, and they legitimately get hurt. That wrestling ring is not a trampoline, and that's what a lot of fans seem to think at the early stages, and you didn't.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about the Rumble. I filmed it for content purposes, for the Rumble, and for that match that was right after. Cody and Kevin Owens match.
Yes.
Made me go, whoa. Because because honestly, I haven't watched that video back in a while. I might like kind of look back at that though for a video and be like, man, that was so, because it was more of like, content, not see how it goes. And the video did very well. There is part of me that thinks that video didn't do well. Would I do it? Or would it have been because you know what? I'm really into it when I was like Cody Rhodes and Roman's WrestleMania match. But there was no reason for me to follow up videos about it. I didn't like it. It was just like, oh, this is. And I think maybe the fact that it did as well as it did, maybe go, oh, there's an oddity. I should get into it. And then I watched Raw and then watched SmackDown. I got into it. Could have had something to do with it too. Probably more than I even want to admit. In hindsight, I'm so glad that I got into it. For that match and Cody Rhodes and Kevin. Oh, this is insane. Like, them just going through ladders. I remember in the middle of the show, I didn't film it. I literally went on Google and looked up, are the ladders real? Like, because it's so like,
yeah,
I couldn't get around the fact that they were doing that to each other.
It's crazy. It's crazy that they just do the things they do and they just take the pain and they allow it to happen to themselves. But man, that whole entire time when you started watching the WrestleMania, like Royal Rumble into WrestleMania 40, you got to see that Cody story.
Well, no, Cody story. I went back and watched it.
Oh, you watched it.
Cody was champ.
Oh, he was champ by the time. Okay, so this was 2025. Did you start?
The beginning of 25 is when I got in. The only thing from 2024 that I knew was Cody winning, beating Roman Reigns, and that it. I didn't understand what it like really. So I just knew that match had a lot of hype and I watched. That was about it. And that was the end of it.
Did you see WrestleMania 39 in your history?
No, it is.
Now,
but at that point, no.
Yeah,
it was just I heard about it. I was gonna watch it. I liked it, and that was the end of it. Really, I didn't do it at all until 25 Rumble.
25 Rumble. Okay. So, I mean, 2025. That was a year that definitely had a lot of ups and downs. It's so funny seeing you as that's the first year of you watching wrestling, right? Yeah. And a lot of fans just think of that as an up and down type of period within the WWE, but you kind of what did you think of 2025 as a whole? Because I
liked it. I understood that it was very obvious on the internet that like it was much worse than 23 and 24. Which, first of all, makes me go back and watch that, and I'm gonna kind of start doing that, like in my free time, to see really what it is that I missed. But two, other than just like, because I know the storylines, but I know the storylines because I've heard about it, but I haven't watched it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what's up, man? In like videos of like this happened, and then this happened. But me actually watching those things happen. So that's gonna be something I'm probably gonna get into and really watch those shows. But yeah, like, it was very interesting. It was up and down. It was up and down. And I think the down parts I didn't enjoy it. Those parts. Like I enjoy the Cody Cena match at WrestleMania, but it wasn't like catastrophic mistake. It was one of those things like the more that I got into it, the less I liked because I understood why it was bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't just this kind of boring. It was they really had an opportunity here, and they screwed it up. Like that evolution of that. Brock Lesnar thing is just weird.
Oh, Brock coming back?
Yeah. So
I was there for that. I did not like that at all.
That was the last, and you know what? Funny is that it might go down because now of what I've learned of the that someone's theme music played, the crowd got hyped, and I was going, oh, like that because I knew the name Brock Lesnar, I knew who he was. I didn't know his theme. Then when it said Brock Lesnar on like, oh, okay, it's Brock Lesnar. That might go down as the last time they ever had that reaction. Because the only theme music I knew was Cody's, and I knew John Cena.
Okay, yeah.
Might be it. That part of it is you don't realize how much is involved in pop culture. Because first of all, now this might be because of Mac. Like the term heel was a term that I used already in my every where I watch. The term pop is a term that I had no idea even came from wrestling.
Yeah,
I heard because it was just like crowd, that pop was nuts. I had no idea it had any
that wasn't a part of like the wrestling vernacular or anything like that. Like
and then when I was like, oh, so that was where that term was from. I didn't know the term babyface, but I knew what a heel was. I knew John Cena. I knew Cody Rhodes. I knew the names. So I've heard because when he returned, the other thing that people didn't care about it, but it was that clip with her.
Yeah.
So I knew that like it went nuts like again and stuff. I knew Nikki Bella. I knew in hindsight it's also funny who, because it's a kind of a random list. I recognized Seth Rollins' name, but I think I recognized it because he was involved in the match. I recognized. I knew who Roman Reigns was. Who else did I know? Now I'm trying to think. Did I know? I think I knew. Right? I think I did. Alexa Blue. Charlotte Flair. My reaction was Ric Flair. That was my reaction.
Fair point. Fair.
Which hindsight is hilarious.
I mean, that's perfectly fair. I mean, the daughter, yeah.
In hindsight, that's so funny. Charlotte came back and was, oh, it's Ric Flair. He has a daughter. Oh, I didn't know. Like that was.
Yeah.
I'm conversation with you is making me realize that I really need to go back.
And what's even funnier, what's going on, Pee-wee? Everybody in chat, thank you guys so much for joining, by the way. But it's funny to me because you started watching 2025. You've only watched during the time where Triple H has been in charge of creative. That is that is the thing. And boy, like I said, I've been watching this thing since 2009, and there were definitely some dark times during the man that we don't normally can say on some programs anymore, but the Vince McMahon.
You're saying they're referencing more. Have you noticed that?
He's never going to be referenced.
12 months. Noticed.
He's never going to be referenced again. That's
no. I disagree. Great. Like he popped up. What did he pop up in the other day?
Well,
Unreal. Popped up in Unreal when they showed him.
I know he was doing some stuff with Unreal, and I knew they were doing some stuff with the John Cena retirement. But
he'll never work for them again. But like, I don't think that they're. I don't think they should. I don't think they should hide his name because I don't believe it.
Well, I mean, he started everything. If it wasn't for Vince McMahon, WWE wouldn't be at the heights that it is today. But the thing is, like, you never got to fully immerse into WWE. That was ran by Vince, and there were some dark periods during that time because creative was just terrible.
And it was my childhood, so that's why I wasn't good, because really people. All right, you want to talk about when do most people get into it? Probably 8, like 5 through 8.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you what those years were for me: 2009, 2010, 2012. And everyone that I've heard is going, that was like the worst time ever. So it does kind of make sense as to why not only did I not get into it, my friends were into it either. No, I didn't know anyone who watched it.
Yeah. Okay.
In hindsight, that's probably why it like was the time most people get into it, and that was viewed as one of the worst times in the history of the company. So the company, okay, that checks.
And the thing is, with nowadays, I mean, wrestling's everywhere. Like you go to like you see a basketball game, and people are yeeting in the crowd because they're playing Jey Uso's theme song. You see just it's absolutely everywhere now. You get to see Seth Rollins on Good Morning Football from time to time. So that crosses your world. And he's honestly really fantastic at that. I was going to say.
I am blown away by his like talent as a broadcaster.
Yeah.
And I've heard about it. He wants to do it. And you know what?
He can make it.
I really think that once he retires, he is going to be a guy that talks football. Now he doesn't know the echoes, but he doesn't need to know that. Not everyone in sports media needs to know that much.
Right.
His personality, his energy is really like he really is great at it. It's cool to see, and it's even like Seth Rollins. Yeah, I think he's really had a future in that.
It is something that crosses your world quite well, considering you do all sports all the time, and football. But like one of the biggest things that really kind of got me into your content is obviously because we're fellow Ravens fans, obviously. So I mean that was obviously something I drew to you immediately too, because obviously the Ravens I've been a fan of for, I mean, my entire family has been something for that. So I mean, it's great. I have family in there. I have family in Baltimore.
Is that how you're a Ravens fan?
Yeah.
Family?
But yeah, it's a great time for that. Obviously, we're hopefully going to get Jesse Minter.
I think that's where that's headed. But you know what the other part is? My content point is that fills the gap perfectly because there is no wrestling off season. That's not
absolutely. Yeah.
And not only is there no wrestling off season, wrestling is at its absolute is really January through August. And then September hits, it goes through December. Guess what? The product's not quite as good.
It's the down period, yeah.
But you know why? Why? Because they know they're going to lose, because the NFL is king and the NFL steals everybody. And when you look at the top 100 most watched things in the U.S. every single year, and 9 of them are NFL games, 2 of them are college football games. Like, they know that. So, especially on Mondays, unless if they want, people might think I'm joking, but unless if you want to start it and make it raw, you're gonna lose your viewers September through December.
This is blowing my mind right now, because there is no way a fan that is less than a year watching this stuff should be talking in the way that you talk. This is fantastic, because at the end of the day, you get this. 1000% get this. And it's like, I did not know as much as you do now in the last year of you watching professional wrestling, but that just goes to show you.
Because I don't think you consumed even close to as much content as I have in the last 12. I'll be honest with you.
But that goes to show how much you care about this. And I love that. And at the end of the day, that's what people should want. We should want fans like you that just go absolute crazy in this and just consume it so you can know more and more.
Personality, man.
Just have fun with it, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, we were talking yesterday on the lead up to this about I was about to get ready to watch AEW and everything like that. Have you seen outside the world of WWE?
See it, because now that I'm into it, I'm now wrestling Twitter. So because of that, when big thing happens in AEW, inevitably the tweet about it. but I have not watched an AEW show.
Okay.
It's similar like I know who M's because all about him. I know who Tony Storm is because everyone talks about it. Like that's what I know. And it's things where I am not against it. It's more of like another thing of there's a lot of wrestling.
It's every single day. There's a wrestling show every single day. Monday Night Raw, NXT Tuesdays, Wednesdays Dynamite, Thursday, well tonight TNA Impact, which is associated with the WWE because they have that partnership. And then Friday Night SmackDown, and then obviously Saturdays and or Sundays, depending on AEW pay-per-views. It's literally every single day of the week.
Is AEW once a week?
AEW has a show on Wednesdays and Saturday AEW Collision.
I knew about Wednesday. I did not know that show on Saturday.
Yeah, on TNT. So
on Wednesday we're both on TNT.
TBS for Dynamite.
All Turner.
HBO Max for both of them. If you have that streaming platform, they do their shows there too. But yeah,
obviously there's not a Rumble. But is there an event like that with AEW that like has kind of everybody in it? Because honestly, I feel like I got into it at the perfect time where we talked about it earlier. The Rumble was the introduction.
Yes.
Yes, I could have gotten into it, but if the first thing I did from Raw or SmackDown, I think I would have connected as much as when I watched the Rumble. I was introduced to kind of. So is there an AEW now?
So there's not technically like a Royal Rumble for an AEW, but AEW, and over the course of these 6 years that AEW has been around, because just for history purposes, AEW has only been around since 2019.
Right, because Cody started it.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Cody started, or was he in the group, or was it just like him?
He basically created AEW with Young Bucks, Tony Khan, all the EVPs at the time that were there.
Tony Khan is in the Jaguars family, right?
Yes. Well, Shad Khan, the owner, so father and son. So
it's his son. Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, they AEW started around 2019, and 2019 was such a huge down period for the WWE. It was absolutely insane to a point where fans are literally just craving for an alternative promotion. Thus, AEW came around, started on January 1st, 2019. The first ever show, AEW All In, happened, or that was technically ran with Ring of Honor at the time. It was All In is technically their WrestleMania.
Yes. That might be the show. I might wait for that because it's like the finale, and you can kind of like the next show is going to be what I would do.
All In is going to be taking place in London, I believe, on August. Let me just check real quick.
You know what? That's another thing. Me on something. You know what else? You know what else? Is European
August 30th.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Thing, right? When the NFL goes to London or Germany, you get glimpses of it. But I've always heard about European soccer. I don't care about soccer. So you always never see it.
Yeah.
When the WWE went on their international tour, I was blown. We suck as a collective group in this country compared to them. Oh my God,
dude, we suck as a fan base in the United States. Like in terms of the crowds, like they don't even compare to what overseas are like at all.
You see that in the NFL in Germany though too.
Yeah,
and you see it at times in London also. But man, with wrestling, it's I think they get more into it.
And and us here in the United States have stolen chants from
it works
from here. Like the whole singing, like Cody Rhodes, that stuff happened over there first. We brought it here, and and honestly, it works. It definitely works, especially for whoever's out there and chanting and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, as long as we take some things and allow it, like it. No, and nobody owns it. You're right, but like I mean, at the end of the day, it just helps us at least become like a little bit better in terms of a crowd reaction. So, but yeah, overseas are nuts. The only thing I don't like about them being at overseas is because I'm normally at work during the times that I have to watch Raw or SmackDown after the fact and then make my content afterwards. But
what kind of content you make usually?
So I basically do in terms of like this, I do watch alongs, and I'm about to start doing the watch alongs again. I do Raw, SmackDown, and Dynamite, mainly just because I don't want to burn myself out being on here every single day. It's a crazy thing. But then other than that, I do like prediction shows. I just go on here, make my predictions for the pay-per-views.
Is it just YouTube?
Yeah, I basically just do YouTube. I started on TikTok, believe it or not.
You should do Twitch too.
I have a Twitch. I haven't been on there in God knows how long.
You absolutely should.
I should just multi-stream at that point. But I started on TikTok, believe it or not. That was when I started.
Same.
And I mean, I told myself I was never going to do a TikTok ever because I'm not going to be dancing. I'm not going to be doing all the whole TikTok stuff that was during the pandemic days or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I saw good shout out to my guy Malik, who I'm very good friends with to this very day. Probably one of, if not the biggest Wrestle Talk creators on the platform. I saw him talking about pro wrestling on TikTok. And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was talking about pro wrestling on TikTok? And then I look and I just scroll through.
You realize what the actual app is.
And I was like, wait a minute.
What I did. That's what I did.
Actually,
I was like, oh.
I can actually do this because not only am I knowledgeable about pro wrestling, but I love to talk about it, and I'm stuck inside because I can't go anywhere. Let's do it. And I've been doing it ever since. So for about 5-6 years now, I've been making content. It's been a great thing. And I've absolutely loved it. But yeah, it's a good thing making pro wrestling content, especially when the high periods are the high periods, because you love to get in stuff like this.
For me, because I did making a lot more WWE content over the time up doing, but which is weird because I didn't miss a show. I was done it, but in terms of the content, I just like stopped doing the react. I felt it just got stale. So that's part of the reason why I stopped doing them. And I am gonna definitely bring a lot more with WWE back, and perfectly enough, the off season. So the NFL's up. I'm still figuring out what I want to do because my action videos I think were fine, but they didn't do that well. And like,
well, you've been.
I think I'm gonna stop. I want to do.
You've been so submersed in the football, and that's what your channel is about, correct? So, like, at the end of the day, your football fan base might not be totally into pro wrestling.
Yeah, sure.
So you gotta find something like to where I'm not saying you have to make another channel, but it's just something
experimenting with it.
Yeah.
Like it's just something that I'm definitely gonna be doing. Like I'm gonna do something down on Friday. I'm not sure what. I might just action video. I haven't done one of those in a while now anyway. But I don't know. I'm still figuring that all out.
One person I want to talk to you about is none other than the man that has a theme song that's absolutely going worldwide right now, and that is none other than Kit Wilson.
That's awesome,
dude.
He's hilarious.
He's over as hell right now, and it's out of nowhere.
What happened to his tag, by the way?
He's hurt, right? He's hurt. He has a broken neck.
His ass is gonna get released. He's putting him back in the tag team,
dude. First of all, I hope that does not happen. Obviously, you would never want that to. But man, like, dude,
like where?
They're
not putting the tag team.
Yeah, no, I don't think, like, the thing is, like, it just came so suddenly. And the thing is, though, the crazy thing about this is that he's had this song since like October. I found
Really?
out he's had this song since like October, but
What?
because this guy has never really been on WWE programming like Raw or SmackDown, we don't get to hear it. He's been on
I had
WWE
no idea
Main
about
Event.
that.
He's been on WWE Main Event, which is just like a
Yeah,
internet type deal.
yeah.
And he's had this song since October. But it's just crazy that we only know about it now because he's been on WWE programming for like the last 2 weeks. So it just goes to show you that not only do theme songs absolutely matter in the world of professional wrestling, because that's honestly what gravitates towards people to you the most.
Look, they did the Finn.
Dude, when he brought that NXT theme back, chills were all up and down my body.
That's another great from because I've consumed all this. A lot of them are them over everything, but you don't.
Yes.
But you don't. So everything I watched all made it clear that Finn Balor is like the GOAT of it. They all talk about it, but never seen that intro. I actually have since went and watched a couple of his matches from, and it was like, okay. I just had heard about it, but then saw the theme, and actually saw it was totally different. That's why I'm going back and watching a lot of old stuff, because it was another thing, like I because of them talk about it of the big dumb Reigns. I know that everybody hated. I know that they booed the hell out after that he won, but I've never watched a single match of that time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
I know that Stone Cold was this and that. I've never watched his matches. Same thing with that's the part that I think over this next year is going to be something I'm going to get more into, is actually watching, instead of hearing just like Russell with Andy talk about, or like those people, because it's great. There's only so much, you know, like I'm aware of CM Punk in 2011 because of the stories, but I've never watched any of those matches. But I didn't watch. That was, I don't know who the hell that was saying. Here's a mic. Go talk. Like, who thought that was a good idea?
Dude, that whole entire situation with the pipe bomb and CM Punk at that time. And I was only a year into watching pro wrestling at that point too. And keep in mind, I was like, what? I was 2011 at that time. I was born in 98. So I was like 13, 14 around that time.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the heck was going on. So I was like, so immersed in that.
Is if like in today's terms, is like if LA Knight was given a mic to talk, and that was like, is that kind of like, is that what Punk was, or was Punk more of a champion?
He was, well, first of all, when he came down to that point in time, that was, I believe that was right into the lead up of him becoming the WWE champion.
Yes, I knew he became champion. I didn't know if he champion at that point though.
He was in the lead up of becoming WWE champion. And they were doing this whole thing where he was still actually, he was with Paul Heyman at the time.
Yeah. That's another thing I've learned, is that guy's been everybody.
His ties with Paul Heyman has been so interesting over the course of the years.
Awesome. I love Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman, yeah. He's a great guy.
Actually, you know what? This is gonna get a whole other tangent. Keep going. I'll save that for later.
Yeah. But like the whole Summer of Punk thing, he was that was on the lead up to everything for his 434-day reign. They did the reign of that Money in the Bank 2011. That was a huge pivotal point for Punk, because it was Cena versus CM Punk, one of the best matches they've ever had in their entire rivalry. And if Punk lost or if Punk won, that was his last day on his contract, or quote unquote, and he would be leaving with the WWE Championship, leaving the WWE. Now, of course, seemingly a couple weeks later, they had a whole tournament, and John Cena won the championship back after defeating Rey Mysterio when he just won the title back. It was such a whole thing. They did the whole tournament for like 2 weeks. Rey Mysterio became WWE champion. The same night, literally 2 hours later, John Cena beat him for the championship, and then CM Punk returned 2 weeks later. And then that was a whole SummerSlam match, and we got to see Cena versus CM Punk, who's going to be the undisputed WWE champion, and Triple H was a special guest referee. It was a whole thing. Yeah. You should honestly go back and watch that, because I was honestly
it's on that like list of like things I really need to go watch. But I was about to say, will tell you who is so damn good. And you know what? Even in 12 months, I've been slowly starting to go, all right, fine. Is Logan Paul.
Like, I've grown to him. I've grown to like him over the time. I have.
Okay. I think this has to do with the fact that Logan Paul getting big with those vlogs was when I was in middle school.
Okay.
He was everything. You were either a Maverick or a Jake. Like 12-year-old Josh was like nostalgic about 2016. Like that's my generation, because that is when we were there. People might be confused. People are nostalgic with 2016 because that is when we were 12. That's when we were 13. Like laughing. Yeah. So that's why. But it was that, and then whole Japan thing. By the way, shout out to the crowd in Belfast. That was hilarious.
Yes.
But that happened. And then him going and fighting KS. Like that was I've seen that. And then I became a contender. And I realized how smart, and realized the marketing gifts of both of them. And like I kind of, it depends on the day of whether I like others or not. Because the things they do are things they do.
Right.
But the part of me going, oh, really, really, really smart. Because you get glimpses of them going. You kind of glimpses of them and you go, okay. And I also think they've matured. We're in their teens, early 20s. Now they're in their late 20s, early 30s. That's a very, very, very big difference. You're growing up with that type of spotlight, man. You're gonna make some mistakes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's also that aspect of it, but he is, I think, the best at villain getting booed and them actually booing out of everybody. There's not a other heel in there that get booed no matter what. I thought it was Gunther, but no, in Europe they like him.
Yeah, I will never be able to grasp the thought of Logan Paul ever becoming a quote unquote baby face in this business, only because so many people just do not like him in real life, let alone in the world of professional wrestling. Logan Paul burst onto the scene within the WWE and immediately got it. From the moment he picked up a microphone, from the moment he got into an actual professional wrestling ring, he gets it in terms of facial expressions, movements in the ring, letting the crowd kind of dictate how things go. And he's become the best, and I truly mean this, the best celebrity turned pro wrestler that I have seen in my time.
Well, I saw, I think I was talking about, because I've watched a ton of his, and I think he the first person we has brought in as a celebrity that then became a full-time guy, not a guy who came in a few matches, but remember forever a celebrity come in and actually be a part of the company. Put a tweet out that is really funny, but it's true. Again, we talked. I got into WWE at early 25. In that time span, Roman Reigns has been in matches. Logan Paul in 40, exactly double. In my head, Logan Paul is a lot more of a than Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That's how I think about it. And it's funny that people still are like, no, I get it, I understand, but it's funny to me.
The thing that has been kind of what I've kind of gotten to know about Logan Paul over the course of the time in the WWE is that he is he's gotten a lot more into a quote unquote full-time type role, but in terms of what he is ultimately going to be used for with the WWE is he is an attraction. You are going
win a world
to
championship or something.
He absolutely will. And that day will be a day that probably you and I don't want to be a part of the IWC for because of so many crap that are going to be happening.
I love it.
Here's the thing. I love seeing people crash out just because at the end of the day, it's kind of solely obvious that this is going to be happening. And I just love seeing chaos. But it's just a matter of when, not if for that guy. And that's just going to be causing so much chaos within the landscape of not only just the company, because everybody and their mother is going to be wanting to go after him just so that they take their title back, but the fans are just going to go nuts.
And you know who I have a soft spot for, because we just talked it. What was the first show I watched? Royal Rumble. Who won the Royal Rumble? The men's Royal Rumble.
25. God, wait. Oh yeah, Jay.
A soft spot for him the whole time.
You got it. Yeah.
I love Jay.
Yeah.
Because he was the first guy. And I remember going, why did John Cena lose? And then the entire crowd going, that's why. And seeing the guy watching his first ever show seemingly under more than half of the internet is so.
How'd you feel about Jay yeeting during War Games?
I love it so hard. It's hilarious. But this is now what's happened. If that happened originally because it was funny. Now I laugh because it was funny, and I know that people are hating it.
Yeah, I was at the time when I saw this, watching it. I wasn't during all watch-alongs at the time, but I was just watching it, and I was like, I see everybody that's here right now, and obviously there's only one person left that's going to be coming out to just ruin the party, Brock Lesnar at the time.
Right.
And I was only thinking at the time, I'm like, there's no reason in any context while everybody is in there to go to war with each other, we should be stopping absolutely everything just so we can have a little bit of a yeet session. I was like, what are we doing here? This is just absolutely ridiculous. And then I just realized who was going to be coming out last. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, no. Now he's going to be coming out here to ruin the party, to ruin the fun, and then just will obviously let the War Games begin.
You see, that's so much more complicated than my logic. My logic was funny. People like it, and the crowd is gonna absolutely, and that was it. Crowd love it until the crowd turn him, until the crowd stops getting electric every time he does it. They're gonna keep doing it.
Oh yeah,
as soon as the crowd doesn't enjoy it, they'll stop.
Yeah,
I watched an interview with Punk talking about Punk. So like, it hates him, but every single night, people that sell the guys I'm competing with are John Cena, CM, Jey Uso. Everywhere.
I saw that exact same clip. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and you're right, 100%. Until these fans stop enjoying themselves, eating in the building and buying the merch and everything like that for Jey Uso, they are going to continuously put that in front of your face, and
I enjoy it.
And there's nothing anybody else can do about it. But as long as people are enjoying it, that's exactly what the whole point of it is, just to have fun. And Jay is overly popular for a reason. Now, I didn't expect him to win the 2025 Rumble when he did,
no.
But it was an experiment for the WWE, and he was a world champion. I don't think he was world champion for as long as they possibly could have gone with the experiment. But they did it, and I don't know if he'll ever get back there.
I want to do that, and this is because I'm watching every day and hearing him talk. I know that they did it in the ruthless aggression era. I fully am with him on this, which is I'm fine with people winning. I'm so happy that Drew back. I don't want Drew McIntyre win. I don't want to retire for the next 6 months. I don't necessarily to be Cody. I don't not want it to be Cody, but like I want Drew to hold the title for a couple of months, and then I want someone else. And then I want someone else to take it. It doesn't have to take it. It doesn't have to be Cody. I don't want it to be Cody because I know Cody's going to hold it forever. I want it to be. I like that doing this. Like that's to me. But
the Drew McIntyre win was so much needed for SmackDown as a whole. Yeah. I feel because I love Cody. I've been a Cody guy ever since realistically I started watching professional wrestling. So I've seen all the ups and downs of his career, going to AEW, coming back to WWE, everything, getting championship and all that. But there was just something different about Cody's second reign as WWE champion that they just weren't utilizing properly. They needed something new. They needed something fresh, and they gave that to Drew McIntyre mainly because he's been so deserving of a world championship run over the course of his entire existence as this heel that is very justified in what's happening to him. But it was so needed, and I absolutely loved the turn.
And you know what? Have Sammy win Rumble, and then have me lose it at the chamber. Fine.
So you got Sammy winning the Rumble this year, or you want him to?
Sammy wins the.
Oh yeah, you got
Sammy versus Drew beats him in Saudi. Crowd goes nuts for him. He has a couple of weeks with that, and we use another heel. Let Tripp get off of Sammy.
Sure.
Let's go. I like that.
Yeah. There's so much that you can get into for this year because the Royal Rumble being in Saudi, I thought that we were going to be getting such a different kind of thing for Sammy. But now you look into WrestleMania 43, and that's happening in Saudi. So there's just so much to get into in terms of what Sami Zayn could possibly be doing. Because I personally do believe that at some point, this guy is going to become world champion. Sami Zayn is going to be a world champion in the WWE. It's just a matter of when, not if. I thought we were going to be getting him winning the Royal Rumble in 2026 because it's in Saudi, go to WrestleMania and win his first world championship there. Maybe he can win the championship at WrestleMania in Saudi. I don't know. But do you think that there is a world where you can possibly see Sami Zayn as champion, and are you kind of into him at this point? Yeah.
You know what? I wasn't until he became U.S. champion.
Okay.
What was very to new WWE fan who didn't, and I learned the bloodline story, and I've seen some things here and there.
That's right. Yeah. He's so associated with it too. Yeah.
I know the underdog that he was.
Yep.
But from my view, the guy that kept calling dogs seemed to win every time.
And that's what people were talking about too.
So
yeah.
Once finally went, no, this guy is pretty good. After all. All right, now I can enjoy him because it's ring. He's great. He's great. And you know who I am very confused by? Because he's someone that the entire looked up for months. And just wait for him. And now he's here, and I'm going. That's it. Austin Theory.
Okay. Yeah. Personally, I've never been a Theory fan at all. That's just me personally, though.
Yeah.
But that's honestly just because of what they have done with him over the course of the years that he's been in the WWE.
People seem to like him.
Oh yeah, people really do believe that he could be the future of this business, and I just don't see it personally.
Me neither.
But the thing is, they have him in the Vision right now, and to me, I just feel like he's a part of the Vision just to take the pinfalls at this point because that's just
because he's there.
He's just there. Because you can't pin Braun, you don't want to pin Bronson, and then Logan, he's the heater. He's the guy that just loves to get the heat.
I think it's good for Bronson Reed because now Bronson Reed is not that guy. Not that guy anymore. And
yes,
good.
Yeah.
He was there the opposite of Ilya. Because for months, I was hearing people hype up Ilya. Like, man, just wait. And then he up, and I was like, yeah, this guy's that guy. Also, he showed up as like, this is the guy. Like, I was
check out his matches with Gunther.
That's on my list of like.
You're gonna have to, because during that time, dude, that first. I don't want to take anything away from what you're gonna see, but like, man, it's
I've heard
it's nuts. It's gonna be so much fun for you, because it's gonna be fun.
You know why, low key, I'm having this up. We could not all of them, but like some of the fun stuff I could do. We could clip those.
Yeah,
it'd be a thing. But like. Yeah. Could be
there's so much that you can personally do with your kind of like the way you go about content, and the world of professional wrestling is going to be so much more beneficial for you, because
I agree.
You're very new to this, but at the end of the day, you want to know, you want to learn, you want to get into all of this. So like, you have such an encyclopedia of just the world of professional wrestling to go into.
Yeah.
Like, everything is at your exposure now. Like, with everything.
But I'm not what I was a year, like, even, well, I'm not what I was 6 months ago, which was still learning. I'm still learning, but I now have the foundation of everything. Like, all of my foundational knowledge that I needed, now at a point I have all of it.
Yeah.
So now it's filling where like okay, I think it would have been cool for a little while of me going, the Stone Cold guy's pretty good. Like, after a while, people would get really tired. I'm glad that I did that stuff off camera.
Yeah.
And now that like that I'm able to understand, and these people actually are, and I'm not in there like, or like, man, I like Cody. Okay. I think people don't care about much. I think they're past that. I think that's part of the reason why I think they stopped doing well, is because they that like of that was another word that I didn't realize was so tied to wrestling. Like, it got stale. People think, now that I'm past that, and I can really talk about it without being lost, I think it's gonna be better. So there's also that.
For sure.
I mean, there's some clips here. You post those clips and stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah. Like, and I'm definitely gonna clip parts of this as well, just to get things out there for you. But with everything that's happened right now, as we draw closer to the Rumble, because obviously that's the next thing, after Saturday night's main event, of course, we're going to be having obviously the 2 Rumbles. We get the WWE Championship match. I think that's all they have booked so far from what I know. Oh yeah, AJ and Gunther. What do you think about that? With AJ retiring, you think it's going to happen?
That's another thing where I now understand the impact of AJ stuff, but to me, I don't see any as to why not. This should be it. Like, it just so much sense of really building Goon, and AJ can go out at those, just perfect. It to me makes so much sense, and it's to me it's I into it, as I would be very surprised if it's not his retirement.
Oh, okay, wow.
That's how I look at it. I also now have enough knowledge to understand why it wouldn't be. I just feel that's the direction I'm into. I saw he's going to be on SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah. Well, Nick agreed to invitation, so he'll most likely be there.
So yes, that they are going to down, and they'll turn around and do it on Raw, and they might even do it again on SmackDown the following week.
Yeah,
of AJ really building, and my guess is they're gonna really build, and unless because I think it's the option. If Gunther loses, that completely destroys Gunther.
That's a fair point.
It completely
the thing is with this, I'm very 50-50 when it comes down to this because we got to see their first match on Raw. I got to see it afterwards because of work, but we got to see their first match on Raw. Fantastic. And the thing is with me, and with how Gunther beat AJ Styles that first time, a lot of people, and the whole tap out that happened before that with the referee not seeing it, a lot of people were very skeptical and very upset at the fact that they just saw Gunther tap out once again. But obviously, that was nothing like what happened during the time when he tapped out to Jey Uso back at WrestleMania. That was nothing like that in my eyes because he tapped out just to get one over on AJ Styles so he can get the victory. Like he used that with in-ring IQ. Huh? You look at that as a flaw, though.
I think it's interesting because to me, it's like you cannot pin Gunther.
Yes. Okay.
Like
you can.
Thing I look at.
Yeah.
As you will not pin Gunther. You just won't. He is too at it. But if you get a submission, you can, because the other way around is Gunther's making everybody else tap.
Yeah.
To me that's the direction they're going. But that's what I would want to see. Is I want them to bet up. You can't pin him. And in my world, that the Rumble is going to try. I think we're past AJ Gunther tap, and now AJ is going to do everything. He probably should, if it's really is his retirement, then AJ is going to obviously everything that he has. Every move, every finisher, all of them.
Oh, yeah. He'll go
all of them.
All the stops. Absolutely.
They should kick out of all of them, and it should build in. You can't make him, you can't pin him. Then if they in that world, then turn around and whoever is next opponent's match, they get in taps again, this type of thing. But then you can't pin him. Like that. That's what I would want to see.
Yeah.
Build up that flaw.
One thing that I honestly thought that all this was going to be leading to, I honestly thought, and I really do honestly hope that it becomes a trilogy. Because while I would love to see, like, the thing is with this, sure, it's very serendipitous. It's very, like, full circle time moment because he debuted at the Royal Rumble, did AJ. AJ debuted at the Royal Rumble in 2016.
Yeah.
So 10 years, pretty much to the day, him retiring at the same event that he showed up at, it's a very full circle time moment. And if that's what exactly WWE and AJ Styles wants, who am I to say that that's a wrong decision to do? But I would just hope that, like, and the thing is, and a lot of people are kind of attaching the whole Saudi Arabia aspect to this thing too. A lot of people just don't want to see him retire in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They want to see him retire in the States.
It's a great crowd.
It's a crowd. The crowd thing is also, you got to take into effect there too. I was just thinking that if we were going to get a trilogy out of this, you kind of sign him to like a little bit more of an extension to his contract. If his contract final date is the Rumble, sign him a little bit more. That was an
interesting little note.
Yeah. If his contract does end at the Royal Rumble, that's fine. But maybe sign him a little bit more, like add a couple more months to that date. And then at WrestleMania, you get to see Gunther and AJ Styles once again for the final time in that trilogy. And that's where AJ Styles can retire on the grandest stage of them all for WrestleMania. That's personally what I would want to see, because you do something at the Rumble, you get a trilogy out of it. It makes sense.
But like, if that's how they do it, then the rule cannot have a clean finish. The only thing I don't want to see, they beat him clean.
No, exactly. I don't want that either. I'm just saying in terms of, if you want to kind of extend this, you can make that happen to where It's got to be a dirty finish.
Is it not clean?
A lot of people want to see Gunther versus Brock.
Yeah,
a lot of people want to see Gunther versus Brock at WrestleMania or at some point
because they now built Lesnar, by the way.
Yeah,
as the destroyed him.
And a lot of people think that Brock Lesnar is going to be another guy that retires in 2026 in Minnesota at SummerSlam. That's going to be happening there, and that's where he's from. So, like, if you do Gunther Oba, I've seen a lot of people bring him up too. Like, do Oba versus Brock, possibly at Mania. If you want to do Gunther versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania for the trilogy, do Oba versus Brock. And then you can do Gunther and Brock at SummerSlam, and then Gunther can retire another one of our guys. So, at the end of the day, he's just going to be the guy that retires everybody, and I absolutely love that. That's the thing. So, I've been a very
Rey Mysterio, that Randy Orton, CM Punk, all of them.
Well, the thing is, personally, for just everything here, I want Dom to retire his father. I just think that would be
no, you're right about that.
I just think that would be great.
Right. No,
I just think that would be great. I mean, we've seen Randy versus Gunther before. You can do that if you really wanted to.
I've seen Randy and Gunther.
Yeah, there's been a Randy and Gunther before.
We need to watch that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, there's so much that they can do with Gunther, and you're right, 100%. He should not be losing right now in terms of everything, because you do the whole John Cena retirement tour. You have Gunther beat him there. I did not expect a tap out for John, but that was such an interesting time. That was such an interesting time because I just didn't think that they would. The whole crowd chanting, "Don't give up, don't give up." I was like right there with them. But then,
shout out DMV, by the way, for that crowd. Wow, that was awesome. DMV, man.
Dude,
Baltimore is a part of. By
yes. But I actually wanted to go to that match so badly. I'm so lucky I got to see John during the retirement tour, but like live and in person. But I wanted to go see that match. But then again, I'd have to pay the entire mortgage on my house. I'd have to pay the entire. I'd have to sell my car at the full price that I got it for, just to get into the building. Let alone, all of that. Have you ever like? That's a good question to ask. You've never been to a show live, right? You have. Okay, that's great.
This was me in the spring, nothing to do for absolutely no reason. I went to a Raw in Louisville. Baltimore. I drove to Louisville for a Raw, and I drove to for a SmackDown just because I had not like it. So I got to see Cena because that was them building. That was him with Logan and him, Logan, Cody, and Jed, and Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Okay.
That was when that one was. So I did. See, and you know what? What was amazing to me, and I is out of other than Cena. I got to see these were all people that were there and had things shows I was at. Cody, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Leonard Peak, Logan Paul, Gunther, right after his Backlash match. So there was that. You know who got the loudest pop out of all of them, and it wasn't Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. We haven't even talked about any of the ladies yet, and that's a whole other thing. The ladies in this company, there's something else.
You know, the first decision I made, and it's really funny. And the first thing that I say in my first WWE, and it was it's going to go down as the first as a wrestling fan. I think I'm a Morgan fan. Immediately,
yeah.
It was because of her French. I like her. That immediate.
Yeah.
That was my first wrestling decision. When I was looking at Liv and going, I'm a fan.
And the
thing, her actually was like, oh, awesome.
Oh yeah.
He's great.
And her return this year, Liv's. was great for Survivor Series. Io, absolutely known as one of the best in-ring performers for the women. Heck, you can even turn involved with the men. It's crazy. Obviously Rhea, she's super popular.
Rhea is like it's not if you told me. All right, next 10 years, 2026 to 2030. Who is the single most person in the WWE at the time? If Rhea Ripley, I would not be surprised. She is
she's so
and because I've learned and I know that like really women's wrestling being taken seriously is about 10 years. So I think it's crazy that it's going to go down as the biggest female wrestler.
Yeah. If you were to say that to me, I would not bat an eye.
Who holds that title right now? Trish Stratus. That was the name because that was other name. Believe it or not, when she came out, I knew who she was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which
Trish,
looking back on it in hindsight, I don't know. I really don't. Yeah. But I knew who she was.
There's Trish, Lita. A lot of people put China up there. China was in the early.
I know she is.
But I mean, yeah, Rhea's definitely up there in terms of like the most popular in the history books of the company.
You know who else I knew? Becky Lynch.
Becky, yeah.
I knew Charlotte. Oh, I did know Charlotte. I knew Becky. I knew, and I knew, and then I knew. I think that was it. Coming into it. Yeah. It's like 15. We can do this again. I think I gotta go.
Yeah.
We should run this more. I think we could build something. Like in terms of the wrestling thing. I don't know what. I'm being vague for a reason. I don't fully know what. But they're turning in my head right now.
We can definitely talk more. I definitely want to do this again. There's so much that we can honestly get into only because you're just starting out. I've been here for years. I mean, we can learn so much off of each other. This has honestly been a really good time, man.
I think there's some great clips here. What is your TikTok?
It's just here. If you know my Twitter,
yeah,
obviously it's the exact same handle. I have the exact same handle for everything.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, it's been a phenomenal time talking with you. One last thing before we go, honestly, and this is just a time for you to plug yourself. Do whatever you gotta do in order to make yourself known. Tell us what you got going on. Tell us your future plans and what you got going on for the rest of the Ravens as this offseason continues. And we should talk about the Ravens too from time to time.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. The next TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Now I've decided to put on as well, just because. Why not? But the next network, all those places. At next network, Josh on Twitter. But yeah, the next network, football content, a lot of Ravens content, coaching search, all that. I'm gonna be I'll probably a lot like NFL history videos, just because I have fun with people like them. I'm trying to. The biggest key to being a content creator, man, is evolution. You got to always do new things and that. And I think those things I'm like gonna get a little more into. So yeah, we got some fun things coming up, and maybe there's something here. I don't know what. I think there is though. There's wheels are turning in my head now.
We can definitely figure stuff out, man. But I just appreciate you once again for coming on here.
Yeah, man.
It was definitely kind of a spur of the moment and random, but I think this was really fun to do. And not only that, I got to learn a lot more about you, man. And I think that's great.
Some great content here. Like that. If I think you got some good clips that you on your page. Guess you name it, like, because I can build. I don't know. I think we can build something here.
And obviously, when I do make these clips and everything like that, I'm gonna tag you. I'm gonna tag your channel. I'm gonna do absolutely everything. And Yeah, this is going to be a great time, man. And I cannot wait to see what the Rumble brings to us.
Me too.
Cannot wait to see what the Road to WrestleMania brings to us. It's going to be a fun time, man. But I appreciate you coming on, and we'll do this again.
Go Ravens, man. Go Ravens.
All right, go Ravens, man. Let's go get Jesse Minter. All right, guys. Now it's got to happen. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you guys are watching this after the fact, make sure you guys go check out Josh. All of Josh's stuff will be down in the description below. And if you are a Baltimore Ravens fan, you're gonna want to listen to his stuff. Shout out Steve Bisciotti because he's easily the best owner to ever exist. Because man, he should be doing a lot more of those things. But appreciate you, man, and we'll talk soon
for sure.
All right, man.